Come join the National Gospel Songwriters Conference for our 10th year homecoming celebration. On Tuesday, July 7th, for our opening night celebration, we have the one and only, the phenomenal Lemmy Battles and the great Keith Pringle Live. At Tucker's Temple Church of God in Christ, 610 North 7th Street, Memphis, Tennessee. To purchase your tickets, go to eventbrite.com or www.thenationalgospelsongwritersconference.com. So come join us for this momentum event. See you there.
Keep on moving, hop on board. Let's talk it out. Keep on moving, hop on board. The ambassador Lockhart, Charlie Williams, talk it out.
Well, hello, everybody. It's Charlotte Williams, and you're watching All Talk Gospel. I am so excited to have my special guest, Miss Marjane, with me. Can you hear me fine?
I can hear you just fine. How are you?
Okay, great. I am wonderful, and I am so glad to see you here today. I've been waiting on this interview for a minute now. Yes, and we finally got on in here. So, because
Yes,
I want to
ma'am.
introduce you to everyone. Hey, y'all, we got a songbird in town, and her name is Marjane, and she's out of Atlanta, Georgia. Are you from Atlanta?
No, I was born and raised in South Central LA, but I've lived in Georgia now probably almost 14 years now.
Awesome. So, what connected you to the Atlanta area?
I was actually going through a divorce at the time, so I moved here to start over because I had a best friend that lives here, uncle that lived here, aunt. So yeah, I was starting over at that particular time.
So, wait a minute. You mean doves get divorced too?
Of course.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it.
Yeah,
Who in
I've
the
I've
world?
gotten remarried since, but yeah, that happens. Life happens. We go
Yes, it
through
does.
certain seasons too.
Yes. Thank God for the change. Come on, somebody. You know, and so you got out of there, you've been in Atlanta. What you been doing since you've been in Atlanta?
So since I've been here in Atlanta, oh God, I've done concerts. I've done Taste the Soul 3 or 4 times. God, I've done so much here in Atlanta, I really have. I'm not sure. Again, we're just kind of meeting recently, so I'm not sure, like, if we've even been in the same room or not. But I have gone to the Spin Awards a couple of times since it's here in Atlanta. Went to the Stellar Awards when it was here in Atlanta, just to kind of see, how things go during a taping and all that. So I've been literally doing music for almost 20 years now. So most of those folks that have followed me for quite some time know that although growing up in church, I started in R&B music. And then the Lord actually had a different call. And so I answered the call. And so when I rededicated my life back to Christ, that's when I started writing gospel and inspirational music. And so in 2005 is when JJ Music was birthed. And so all of my music has been released under JJ Music since then. Um, there's so much stuff that has happened in this 20 years of music. Oh my God. Like literally, God has been so amazing.
Well, I'm not surprised. I've enjoyed, watching you the, period of time that I've been watching you lately. And I just met you. But I do notice that there are a lot of people that do know you. I started myself with everything in gospel in 2024. So
Okay.
I've had the opportunity to go to the Spin Awards, I think once or twice, and I met Jay
Mhm.
Williams and everybody, but I've been
Yeah.
seeing him everywhere since.
Yeah.
And but no, I don't think that I saw you in any rooms yet.
Yeah.
But better late than never.
Yeah.
And um, I you answered the first question I was going to ask because I usually ask, "Are you a church kid? Like, were you raised in church?
Yeah.
Are you the only? Are you the only child?"
No, I'm the oldest of four. So my mother has four children. I'm the oldest of her four children. Yeah.
So it seems like you still have the joy of the Lord with what you're doing. Like you're so energetic.
Yeah. Yeah. I try to be. Hmm.
Okay, sorry about that. I hope you can still hear me and see
I
me.
can hear you.
Okay, good. Um, so you're up every Saturday morning where we can find you on Facebook.
Yeah, every
Fitness
Saturday
show.
morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live. And it's a good thing. I've been doing that since COVID started 3 years ago. And so it just took off from there. And so I have a little base now on Facebook that literally, if I do not go live on Saturdays, they're in my inbox like, look, you going live today? Because we ain't seen you. It's 10:05. You going live today? So, it's really a blessing that I'm able to reach those across social media with what I do on Saturday mornings. So you guys can join me on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My Facebook page is Marjane.Parks, Parks. All right. And then also follow me on Instagram at Marjane Music. And my official website is also Marjane Music. I don't know if we lost Charlotte or not, but I'm here by myself. So, what else can I say? This season of my life has been wonderful. I've had some not so good seasons and then also some good seasons, but I noticed that during those rough seasons, God has been growing me. And I am like literally evolving into this great woman of God that God has called me to be. And again, to be trusted with such a gift, I don't take that lightly. And I always make sure that I am representing Christ to the best of my ability. I want Christ to be exemplified in everything that I do. And so, that's what's on display when you see me on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Whether I'm doing a live event or a concert, whatever I do, even this ladies' brunch that's coming up next month, like I'm so excited about this brunch to have these ladies coming in. When I tell you, Charlotte, they're coming in from LA, from Vegas, from Philly, from Dallas, Fort Worth, from Carolina. Some are flying, well, the majority are flying in, and then some are driving in. And so, again, to have that base of people. And I told myself, I said, well, this year, in celebration of the new release Joy in the Morning, I wanted to do something really intimate with the ladies because I've always had a heart for the ladies. And I'll wait until next year when I turn 50, then we're going to do something real, real big.
So you
Okay.
turned what?
50. She said, what?
Girl, I thought you was still in your 20s.
No, girl, I wish. That would be
You
a
look
blessing.
awesome. Yes,
Huh?
you. God has really kept you
He
and
has.
preserved you,
He has.
and you can still sing. Your voice is still as wonderful as ever. I know I didn't hear
Yeah.
you back then, but I know you're incredible now. So it had to be. Yeah.
Thank
Anyway,
you.
let's take a listen, guys, to Joy in the Morning.
Hope,
Gerard.
hopefully he plays just a snippet because it will be released on May 22nd.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Is that the
Uh-huh.
one? Is that the one you wanted us to play?
Yeah.
Okay,
But he
good.
can play a snippet. He can do like a minute and 20 seconds or so.
Okay.
If he's
Gerard, you
there.
here?
Hello everyone, Destiny here. Join us for our 10th The National Gospel Songwriter Conference. It's homecoming time, July 7th through the 10th. The host church is Tucker's Temple Church of God in Christ, 610 North 7th Street, Memphis, Tennessee. It's an event for the entire family. Yes, even something for my age. At the conference, we will learn songs from independent artists, handbells, sign language, and much, much more. Also, we will get the chance to perform. July 10th at 6 p.m. for our finale night, Children Expulsion. So come out to the 10th National Gospel Songwriters Conference, July 7th through 10th. See you there!
Hello, everyone. Justice here. Join us for our 10th The National Gospel Songwriter Conference. It's homecoming time, July 7th through the 10th. The host church is Tucker's Temple Church of God in Christ, 610 North 7th Street, Memphis, Tennessee. It's an event for the entire family. Yes, even something for teenagers. At the conference, we will learn the media side of running a service, how to conduct interviews, and work with the chief executive administrator. We will be recording the nightly services, interviewing the Jules honorees, past and present, recording the awards program, and the finale night event. So join us for the 10th National Gospel Songwriters Conference, July 7th through the 10th. Can't wait to see you there.
Hello everyone, Tammy here. Join us for our 10th The National Gospel Songwriter Conference. It's homecoming time. Hello everyone, Tammy here. Join us for our 10th The National Gospel Songwriter Conference. It's homecoming time, July 7th through the 10th. The host church is Tucker's Temple Church of God in Christ. It's an event for the entire family. On July 7th at 6:30 p.m. is our opening night with the one and only, the phenomenal Lemmy Battles. To purchase your tickets, go to eventbrite.com or go to www.thenationalgospelsongwritersconference.com and click on the image. Also, we
Always searching for that perfect gospel music vibe? The National Gospel Songwriters Conference is the answer. Happening July 7th through 10th in Memphis, Tennessee. It's like a family reunion with soul. Dive into worship.
All right, so y'all, that was Joy in the Morning. What a beautiful song. Yes. So now you're a songwriter, so you're constantly writing something. Do you put out singles or do you put out like your EPs one at a time? I cannot hear you. I don't know if everybody else can hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. I think I was on mute by accident. I
Okay.
have not put out a full record since 2009. So I
What?
started, yeah. So Keys to My Heart was my very first full record, which had about 10 or 11 songs. And I released that in 2007. Then in 2009, I released the record Won't Let Go. That had 10 or 11 songs as well. And then the album Grateful, the record Grateful, had 11 songs or 12 as well. I want to say 11. And then after that, I was like, I'm not pumping out all this music. The reason why I had did that was because after rededicating my life to Christ, like literally when I say heaven was downloading songs so fast, I couldn't contain them. So I was like, okay, well, let me just do some records, and just put, all of these songs on there, and then we'll go, and shop them and stuff like that. I was still at home in Los Angeles. But after that last record, I really did not. I was in transition of, leaving Los Angeles, coming here. And so I had to take a hiatus. And so I did not get to promote that last full record the way I wanted to. And so I went ahead and kind of took a hiatus for a minute. And then when I came back, um, I did my first concert here in Atlanta in 2015, which I like literally when you say you took a chance because I didn't know, I didn't have a base here yet. I remember, moving here and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm literally leaving like the base that I had at home. In LA, I knew how to work LA because that's where I was from. And so when I moved here, it was like being in a foreign country because it was like you knew nobody and all that kind of stuff. And so when I did that first concert in 2015, I thought I did pretty good by having 200 guests. I was like, but who are these people? Some of these people I knew, and then they were inviting people, and then they were inviting people. And so I was like, oh my God. And so it just kind of opened the door for some more things. And then I went ahead and released two singles after that. And then I waited a couple of years and then released I Choose You, which came out in 2019. Won't Give Up Now came out in 23. And then here we are with Joy in the Morning releasing next month in 25, year 25. So yeah, it's yeah. So and I
Well,
still have songs, Charlotte, that literally I haven't even recorded yet, but I have them. I have my catalog of music is bananas, like literally. Um but I thank God that I am able to not only write and be the lead vocalist, but I do my background vocals too. So, and that's the fun part because it gets me, it allows me to see, what I can do when my producer stretches me in the studio and be like, okay, I need you to hit this note, and this is what I need you to do, and this, and this, and this. I enjoy it. And so, again, to be trusted was such a gift. I thank God for that. And I do not take that lightly, not one bit.
well, you know what? I do my own backgrounds too a lot, and sometimes I'll add people just to give it that texture. But I heard that only men do that. That's what I heard this morning. I was like, really? Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that. That's not
Hmm.
true. Women do it too.
Yeah, we do.
You don't have to have a lot of backgrounds, especially coming from an R&B background and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And your voice is so crisp and clear and clean. We want to hear you,
right.
so you don't have
Yeah,
to have a lot of accent at all, you know.
yeah.
Where do you want to go with this?
When I think about where I have been and the things that I have done throughout this almost 20 years of music, I hope someday I can actually leave my job and do ministry full time.
Amen.
Um, I am within the last 5 years or so, God has been utilizing me in other gifts in addition to the music. So it wasn't always just music or singing as I thought. As God continues to grow you, there are many other talents and gifts that He that he will actually reveal unto you, or they were already there, you just now unlock them, because now you're living a life where you're totally submitted to God and he's able to utilize you to that capacity. So God has to trust us with the different gifts that he gives us, and then we move forward in those gifts. And so I thank God again for trusting me enough to represent him well, whether I'm speaking, whether I'm writing, whether I'm singing. It doesn't matter. I want to represent Christ well. And so, and I hope that I'm doing that. I really do. I hope that I'm doing that. And so, again, I just love God for giving me a chance, because I ain't always been this way. This South Central girl had a life before this life, okay? So it's like to see God really transform your life and get you to this place. And I haven't even reached the pinnacle of where God wants to take me, but to see him evolve me now, that is a wonderful sight to see. I love it.
I love it, and I'm gonna certainly love watching you grow. Hey, we thank God for the bumps and the bruises along the way. It's
Mm-hmm.
truly they've grown us, they have made us stronger. And sometimes we like, oh, I wish God, I know you gave them to me, and I wish I could have had more out. Like right now, I'm waiting on the release to come out, and I'm kind of disappointed because it didn't, come out at the time that I wanted it to come out. But
Right.
people have to remind me, God's timing is the best.
Mm-hmm.
I love each and every one of my songs like they're my
Yeah.
babies,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
And you want
Exactly.
everybody to sing it with you, rejoice with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, does anybody else? Are you the only child?
No, as I mentioned earlier, I'm my mother's oldest child of four
Oh, that's
children.
right. I'm sorry. Okay,
And
yes.
then my dad and my mother were never married, so they, just kind of got together and had me. But my
If you
dad,
if you
but my
had to
dad,
bust them out, boy.
but my dad had six girls. The oldest of the six actually passed away when she was either a baby or a little girl, so I never met her. But those are my sisters, and I love them, even though we have different moms, but same dad. So I have a big family. Both my dad and my mom's side is pretty big, and so um, I thank God that I have a family. My mom's side of family is a family of singers. They may not be like, recording artists like me, but they are, when we get together and we sang in the house down, honey. So, and I remember one time I went, I think it was during I want to say we had a death in our family, and I went home to Los Angeles. And for the first time, I went live and allowed, the audience to just come in the room with me and my family. And honey, we sang, and they love, when I say they loved every bit of that, because they had never actually seen me around my family. So to have them invite them in and introduce them, and then we're singing, they love that so much. And so, it's good to have, that base that know, when Marjane was little growing up, they knew I was singing in the church choir with the adults at a little girl, at a little age. And yeah, just singing away. My mom says I've been singing since I was 2 years old. And I told her she should, at that time, she should have had some type of recorder, because she said she was grating some cheese, and I went into her bowls. My mom used to always grate this cheese in this big white bowl. And I went in there and took some cheese out, and she hit my hand, and she said I went into the closet and I started singing I Want Some Cheese. She said, now my baby gonna be a singer. And I was like, I wish you would have had that on video, because that's something I would have used to this day, if we had had that capability. But she said she always knew that I was going to be a singer after that. And so here I am. Here I am.
Uh,
And still love cheese to this day.
so, have you ever thought about getting them together and doing like a recording or letting them back you? Like,
No, I haven't really thought about that again because most of my family, although they sing like in church and stuff like that, but they're not, recording artists, so to speak. So I
okay,
hadn't really thought about that. Um, but who knows? You never know. Michael Jackson did it. He got all his family together. They did what they were supposed to do. So you never know. And a lot of people always ask if I would ever collaborate with other singers and stuff like that. And I am open to that. It's just, getting in the right rooms with the right people, knowing who, what, and when to do it, and all that kind of stuff. Just putting everything in place. I would love to do that. But I have done so much in this career of music, including like soundtracks for movies and stuff like that. I have been a part of sync licensing community where our music, we do music, record music, and they submit it for television and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that I had gotten my hands into, and those are things that I actually love to do, the behind the scenes things. So yeah, so I have done a lot.
so did you ever want to just keep singing, or do you want to be a producer someday? Like, where do you see yourself at the?
um I don't know if I want to be a producer. I don't know because I don't play instruments either. Now I have a
No,
I,
that's not what I mean. I mean, like writing songs, put them on people.
oh yeah, I would love to do that. I could do that. I could do that. I have songs right now that could probably be, I've always, when I go and revisit some of my songs and I'm like, oh my gosh, I such and such should be able to sing this. Fantasia can sing this, or somebody can sing. I do. I have songs that are just sitting that can actually be sang by someone. And so I haven't really had the time to sit down and really elaborate on that, but that would be good to, just write for other artists and stuff like that. I am definitely open to that. I know with it depends on the artist because some artists just want to do their own thing because they do write and all of that kind of stuff, but I think it's a good thing if you're able to collaborate or have an artist that's a good writer that can write you songs and you sing them, you know so yeah.
Well, I love hearing you sing. Would you like to sing us a song today, or some?
I can sing a little bit of Joy in the Morning. Just maybe just a few little words.
Okay,
Cause I want y'all to go and I want y'all to download, purchase it and all of that on May 22nd. Okay. Right now,
okay,
Charlotte, we're in the pre-save window. So people can go and pre-save. I've been posting it across social media, the flyers with the QR code and the links for people to pre-save Joy in the Morning. So definitely follow me. I did mention earlier on this live that you guys can follow me at Marjane Music on IG and Marjane.Parks on Facebook. I have a fan page too, but I haven't figured out quite how to merge the two. So definitely follow me on my main page, which is Marjane.Parks, and you'll see the flyers there on the wall or in the story to do that. So I'll sing a little bit, not the whole song though, because I won't give it away. All
okay. All right.
right. Weeping may endure for night, but joy will always come in the morning. The morning. Gotta put all of your trust in Him and lean not on your own understanding. Understanding. They that wait upon the Lord, He'll give you strength if you endure till the end. Till the end. For he knows all the plans he has for you. He's working it out for you good. For your good. Oh, y'all better get that joy in the morning because it's a nice one.
Yeah, let me tell y'all, she don't need no harps, she don't need no bells, she don't need none of that. All she need to do is open up her mouth and you can just hear the melody. You got chords in your vocals. You sound so beautiful.
Thank
That
you.
some people are just born to do it, okay?
Yes.
Marjane, y'all, please go download her single today. It's called Joy in the Morning. Okay? And you will feel better after hearing it every morning. Because
That's
I like to play
right.
this song. Put it on speed dial. Tell a friend. Go out and get it. And so I'm looking forward to your women's. They're coming down. Is this for the song release
Yes,
party?
so it's in celebration of the release Joy in the Morning. I decided to do something really intimate. Do you remember MTV Unplugged from back in the
Of
day?
course, of course I do.
Okay, so I wanted to do something of the nature, just real intimate. So I was like, okay, I want to get at least like 25 women in the room. And I was like, and I had this vision of like renting this property. And I said, it has to be very dainty and pretty, women, girly stuff. Because I love, I'm a girl's girl. So I love girly stuff. And so I was able to find this beautiful property. She's so excited to have us at her home for this meet and greet. We got the caterer coming, guests are coming in from out of town. It's going to be really, really nice. We got Blue Mile who's going to be there. My girls, Calandra and Daphne, they're going to be there to do the interview and everything. Q&A. It's going to be a lot of stuff. So it's Marjane's meet and greet. All right. So for those that have never ever been in a room with me, I'll get to love on them for the first time. And a lot of them have been following me for years, but have never actually been in the room with me. And so I wanted to take the opportunity to love on them. And so if you guys are interested in attending the meet and greet, that is going to be on Saturday, May 23rd. I believe that is Memorial Day weekend. It's from 11 to 2. You guys can send your RSVP to info@marjanemusic.com. All right. We do have a registration fee that will be due by May 1st. All right. And then after that, it's a cutoff because that way I can, have all of the amount of food needed for every guest that's going to be present in the room. So I'm excited to be in this room with the ladies and celebrate the release of Joy in the Morning. And we're actually making it a whole weekend of fun because those that are coming in, flying in and all that, I don't want to just, get them one day and then they go back. I want to make sure I spend the whole weekend with them. So we're going to have a whole weekend full of stuff to do. So it's going to be really, really nice.
Now, is there any artist that you work with that you was like, oh my God, or that you do aspire to work with later?
I actually would love to work with Jonathan McReynolds and um there's one more that I want to work. Rudy Currents. I
All
love
right.
them. Yeah, I love Rudy and Jonathan McReynolds. I would love to do a collaboration with them. They are amazing. Like literally their gifts are amazing. So I actually have met Rudy a couple of times. Been, we have each other's numbers and everything, and we have been in the same room. I go and support him. But we haven't talked about the collaborate yet. But I'm praying that just as I pray that I will meet him one day, and I did. All right. I met the man. Okay. And we exchanged numbers and everything. So I hope one day I get the opportunity to do some music with one of them. Yeah, that would be awesome.
You named two great people because one thing I love about both of them is that they are just down to earth. Like they don't make you feel like you're not with
Mm-hmm.
them and stuff like that. They
Yeah.
make everybody feel welcome.
Yeah.
And just you and Jonathan McReynolds with those crisp, clean voices. Oh my God. That's a collab I would love to hear. I love Rudy as well. But I just always view Jonathan McReynolds more like, how people have those just bird voices that are just opening up, it's clean, they ain't got to
Mm-hmm.
clear their throat, none of that. That's how,
Yeah.
just, I don't know if it's a key that I'm looking for. Sounds like bells. Joy in the morning, like she said.
Uh-huh.
And so that would just be awesome. You know, two voices that complement one another.
Yeah,
Rudy can
definitely.
fit in with anybody. He can fit in with a raspy voice, the clean voice,
Yeah, he could.
whatever. Yeah, he
He
can go.
could. Yeah, he could. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I want you to know that we love you. We will
Thank
be
you.
following you. We will be making sure we push anything that you do. Um, I'm excited about you coming back in after all this time, coming up with a new song. I want to hear
Yeah.
some more music from you. Um, Kudos to you, Marjane.
Thank
Joy in
you.
the morning, guys. And I want to invite you guys out to the National Songwriters Conference 2026. It is in July. We have none other than the legendary Lemmy Battles. And did I see Keith Pringles has been added to the roster? Legendary Keith Pringle. Oh my goodness, in the house. July 7th through is it the 10th or the 11th? Show us, Gerard, the flyer for the National Songwriters Conference. There's so many greats that are going to be there singing, including myself, Josh Bracey, and the Power Anointed, and Quentin Simon will be there. So many others, just independent artists. We love celebrating Lebanon. A lot of the GMWA members will be there. We're going to have a time in the Lord. So
Amen.
we're going to take you out with Marjane's new release, Joy in the Morning. You want to tell us anything else before you leave, ma'am?
Make sure that you guys are purchasing, downloading, and streaming Joy in the Morning. It will be available on all platforms on May 22nd, 2026. I thank you guys in advance. Thank you so much. And thank you, Charlotte, for having me on your show today.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for honoring me. And we will see you guys next time. Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys.
For me and you. For the Lord, He is your strength, He is your peace.
Gerard, take us out.